Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Bay LA podcast, your home for everything Lakers, Warriors, and news from around the association. I'm your host and Lakers aficionado, Austin Sexton, here at home today, switching up the location a little bit. And joining me tonight, I've got my boys from the Bay Area. We got Casey Benz, and from Pittsburgh, PA, we got Brock Kwana. How we doing tonight, guys?
Doing good.
As good as going to work with my dad and getting interviewed.
You sound like you just came from El Segundo, California at Lakers Media Day, man.
Dude, what a segue. My guy.
Well, hey, before we get into it, make sure to give us a 5-star rating on over on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify. Shoot us a follow here and subscribe to us right here on YouTube if you're checking out the podcast vlog version. We'd appreciate it. We're just a bunch of guys from a group chat that wanted to go ahead and get on socials, and here we are doing long and short form content. So make sure to like and subscribe. So yeah, episode 5. I just want to let you guys know too, like this is my favorite part of my day is getting to do this with y'all. So we got
episode 5, high fives.
I know.
Around, bing.
Also, too, Roman, if you're listening to this, we always like to shout out our guys that aren't with us. So typically Roman's with us, but I think he's working on the miniatures right now. So,
dude, Roman, miss you, dog, and the miniatures.
Miss you, Roman.
Miss you, Roman.
Shout out.
So, I mean, it's been a crazy last 24 hours. It's currently October 1st on a Tuesday. It's around 5:30 Western time, 8:30 on the East Coast. And yesterday was media day, and today was first day of practice from around the association. Last time we started with Lakers talk. So, Casey, why don't you kick us off with some Warriors news, man?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so like you said, media day was yesterday. Warriors held theirs at Chase Center in San Francisco. Generally, there's a lot of optimism around this year, and watching a lot of the interviews from media day, it made me feel a bit more optimistic about the season too.
Okay.
Some main highlights or takeaways I have is that the new guys like Kyle Anderson, D'Anthony Melton, Buddy Hield, they're all very excited to get to work, and it seems like they're ready to just contribute however they can. Steve Kerr has also said that those 3 guys are picking up their style of play very quickly, and that they could play with any rotation, which kind of leads back to the whole, what are the rotations going to look like?
Yeah.
Steve Kerr says nothing is locked in yet, which is all right. It's what training camp is for. And I think, I just overall think that the vibes are good right now. Andrew Wiggins looks great. He says he's ready to have a comeback season pretty much. Wants to be more consistent, be more aggressive, and just take better shots. All stuff I love to hear.
That's fair. I mean, I think that, not trying to get on the Lakers side of stuff yet, but yeah, it's training camp. It's media day. We want the optimism. I want to put my hands up and be like, yes, we're going 82-0. It's Bronny's dropping a 30-piece,
Dude, 30 bucket.
I mean, all of our players at this point put on 10 pounds of muscle. They're in the best shape of their lives. We're all optimistic. Brock, how do you see this going? Warrior side of things.
I had an epiphany because I feel like for the first 3-4 episodes, we've been shitting on Steve Kerr, right?
Yeah,
it's always like, what's Steve Kerr doing? The Olympics made him look bad. And I've come to this conclusion because I was watching this video on how much he loves Steph and Clay and Dre, and he like really would talk to them, and he was like, we can do this, and they kept doing it, right?
Right.
He hates these young cats because they didn't come into the struggle. They came into a championship team.
Okay, I see. They didn't have to earn their stripes.
Do you see what I'm saying? So he's just like, you're not there yet, young bucks. And maybe this, like, he put them through like year after year of like, I don't know, Kuminga, I don't know, Moses Moody. So maybe now that he absolutely needs them, this is their time. And they need to drop the 30-piece. Like, if Moses Moody comes out with 25, then it's like, okay.
More Moody minutes.
Yeah, that's my only reference of the night is more Moody. But I don't know. I feel like the Steve Kerr criticism isn't fair because he does have 4.
As a coach.
Yeah, just as a coach, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't even count the other.
His basketball resume is probably all time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I know I talked about this last show too, but first off, it was super weird seeing Kyle Anderson and Buddy Hield in Warriors attire in general. Like, I feel like anytime you see the new players coming in wearing the new uniforms, you're like, oh shit, that's crazy.
It's always interesting.
But I actually do feel a sense of optimism because I think that the players that you have can make it work. I think TJD needs to just like put on a little bit of weight. But I'm actually kind of optimistic about your team. Like the way that we were talking about him last time, I sat here for the last couple of days and I thought back to that episode. I'm like, you know what? This could work. This actually could work for the Warriors. I see you guys maybe being like a 7 or 8. I think we had them lower. I'm not convinced of being a 6 seed yet, but based off what you have, I think you could maybe be a 7.
Yeah, Mike Dunleavy was saying yesterday in an interview that that he was asked like, what's the goal for this season? He says to make the tournament, not the play in, like the playoffs. And he also wants the team to kind of hang their hat on defense and be like a top 5, top 6 defensive team. And also to bring it back to Trace Jackson Davis, he said that he grew an inch over the offseason.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy when adults can grow like that. But I guess, he's a young adult. Yeah. So, and he takes care of himself. So anything's possible.
What's more likely to happen? I think this is a good segue into an idea here I have. What's more likely to happen? Steph Curry has a career high in made threes of the season, or for Draymond to get suspended for technical fouls?
I'm going with the Steph. Just from what I've seen from the Draymond interview, he said that he feels great mentally, feels great physically, had a long off season to just kind of like hang out, chill, work out, get himself right. I am I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on the Optimism from Media Day.
You're sipping that blue and yellow Kool-Aid?
I'm sipping that blue and yellow Kool-Aid. And I'm going with the Steph threes.
What are you thinking, Brock?
I think Draymond was the bad dog, and now he lost one of his friends. And so now he's kind of an old dog, and he's just looking around like, damn, I'm next. Because they're never going to get rid of Steph. He should have a statue there now, right? Like he started this whole thing. And I don't know. I felt like Draymond's initial reaction was like anger. Yeah. And then it turned into like nostalgia almost. Yeah. And you're like, all right, man, like you and PJ Tucker are like the original small ball centers. You hung your hat, your body took a beating, but like, god damn, stop hurting your team, man. Let's go. But that being said, Steph jacking up 4 threes on France for no reason. If he just keeps that energy all year, and he's like, I still got it, just to prove something.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of on the same page as both of you guys, based off of last year with everything that happened with Draymond. I think he is at a point where he knows he's got to calm it down. I think he understands it's a business, and all players have to realize that, like at some point you can't do that shit anymore. And he's got to be old enough and wise enough. How many seasons is this guy in now? Probably 14, 13?
Yeah, it's 16 for Steph, so probably 14, 13 for Draymond.
Yeah, at this point, there's no way I definitely see. I'm going to go ahead and call 5 to. Okay, what are your predictions? Let's do this for the short form of shit. How many ejections does Draymond get this year out of 82 games? I'm going to go with 4.
Oh, so you're gonna go under 5?
I like 4. I was gonna say 3, but I'm gonna go with 4.
I'm gonna go 4.
I'll take the over.
Gonna take the over.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
Over 5.
Like 7.
Damn.
Yeah, and that's him being like calm.
Okay, so it's like 2 flagrant fouls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
never like an immediate flagrant 2.
No. He might hit some like John Morant talking shit. He might hit him.
They do play the Timberwolves multiple times a year too.
Yeah. I mean, you don't think he's gonna hit Clay? You don't think they're gonna get teed up against Clay?
I mean, I think those. Yeah, that's.
Draymond said he's running through Clay's chest first game they play each other.
Yeah, that's an immediate tee.
Yeah,
I feel like they got lots of beefs. This is like the natural progression of the NBA. You dominate, you create a dynasty. Then you get old and everyone starts hunting you.
Yeah.
And now you're getting fucked with. So it's like, I'm going to punch you in the head on that layup, John Morant. And so, yeah, I see a flagrant 2 there. Just,
I'm going to go ahead and say he gets one against Houston.
oh, yeah.
I think that Houston, I mean, obviously, yes, Dylan Brooks, but I think Houston is like the new chippy scrap. I feel like, I think Houston's identity is what Memphis was like 2 years ago. And yes, that is like with Dylan transferring over, but a lot of it for me comes from Ime Udoka, just like his whole attitude and swagger.
I mean, him and LeBron getting teed up together was insane.
Yeah.
Like they were just literally talking. He called him a bitch. Like he called LeBron James a bitch.
That's insane.
And now see, now this is interesting.
Ime's a savage, bro.
Is LeBron gonna get kicked out of one game? Because now, now he's defending his son. What if Ime calls his son a bitch? You see where I'm at? Now,
I get that.
You know how you could never rattle him because he was like smarter than everyone. He's bigger than everyone. Now he has a son there.
Yeah, it changes everything.
It changes. And that young Houston team's like, yeah, you a bitch.
I'll take you over.
The only way this is happening is if Bronny isn't playing a G League game. Like let's not get it twisted. Bronny is probably playing 70% in the G League, but the games that he does play up, which will probably be like the first 3 weeks. So if it's gonna happen, it's gonna be in the first 3 weeks. That's gonna be a crazy dynamic.
I'm gonna say he gets kicked out of his I don't know if he's ever been kicked out. Ever.
He's been
right?
LeBron's definitely been ejected from a game. Yeah, he's had to. It's 22 years, bro. Of course.
You think?
Google
in a meaningful game or a throwaway game?
Definitely not a meaningful game. I've never seen LeBron get thrown out of a meeting.
That'd be insane.
He's been ejected twice.
Wow.
I'm gonna say the third.
I'm gonna say this is all before. Check this dates, but I'm gonna say this is all before 2013.
No, 2017. He got ejected for comments made to a referee. 2021 ejected during a game against the Pistons. I believe that's when that dude went crazy.
Was that
Isaiah
the
Stewart?
Game?
Yeah.
Isaiah Stewart game?
Yeah, I think
that was crazy.
They were like, "You got to leave. This dude's gonna kill you." Nobody could stop him.
He ran through like 3 lines of defense till
Have you seen the meme where it's like Isaiah Stewart tried to save a baby on the court, and you just see him running, and there's like a kid crawling, and it goes back and forth.
The Lions should have signed him immediately, dog.
I would have.
All right, so wait, 22 years, 2 ejections. I'm gonna say he gets his third
this year.
Yeah.
He's due.
People talking about your baby. People talking about your baby.
I don't have kids, but I think if someone talks shit about Remy, I've gotten into an argument with a friend saying that my dog's a bitch one time.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Like, yo, your dog's a bitch.
Yeah, I feel a little rumbling in my chest area, my love section.
Okay, double it down. It's gonna be Dylan Brooks, Houston Scrap Squad on LeBron James and Draymond. Can I get the parlay that Draymond and LeBron both get ejected in a Houston Rockets matchup?
Ooh.
Okay,
yeah,
so LeBron James gets ejected, and Draymond Green.
Yeah, like both times they play Houston.
Oh, okay. There's an ejection on both their parts.
Yes.
Got you. Okay.
At some point this year.
The only way I see that happening is if, like, you're basing this off of the Bronny aspect, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's only happening if the Lakers play Houston in the first 3 weeks.
Bro, he could still be like your
seed. Okay, that's fair.
He could still talk shit. I mean, that's worse if he's. I don't even know. It's bad.
So okay. Let's circle back on this now. So if LeBron is playing Jaylen Brown, playing the Celtics, and there's that viral video that was going around of Jaylen Brown saying, "I don't think Bronny's a pro." So you think he's got that extra chip on his shoulder? He said something there. Something's going down.
I don't think Jaylen Brown talks, but
yeah,
I think he's gonna hammer dunk on him for sure. Yeah.
I don't like Jaylen Brown without the beard. He looks kind of weird, bro.
Remember when he had the cool Lego hair?
Yeah, the Lego hair. Yeah, he should have kept that. Now he's like he's got like the Patriot braids. He looks like he should have a musket and I don't know. He looks like a
off topic, but do you guys remember the Antonio Brown Lego hair?
I do not remember that, but I need to look that up.
Never forget, dude. On track for the greatest wide receiver of all time. It's a
Yeah,
very
very
hard
much.
subject in Pittsburgh, and then he got CTE, and that was the end. But CTE ESPN is hilarious.
Yes, yeah, that shit is crazy. And I know we're getting off basketball topic. Did you see the picture of DK Metcalf and Megatron next to each other today?
No.
And Megatron's still bigger than DK Metcalf.
That's
Is he?
crazy.
That's how
Yeah.
big he was?
He was massive, bro.
Shout out
Man,
Megatron.
Yeah.
I loved him. He was the best.
Oh man, I had a fantasy football team with Megatron on it a couple years back, and he always did me justice.
Yep.
He's big. Oh, he is bigger than him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's much bigger than him. Damn.
Yeah.
How were people tackling this man?
I know, he was a problem, bro. It was a problem. But yeah, where do we leave off? Warriors stuff. Okay, so we talked about what's more likely to happen with Draymond. You said that Kerr is still going to be tinkering with things probably up till game one.
But he feels pretty good that they'll have it figured out. And there's also some new coaching additions. Terry Stotts, former Trailblazers coach. He is in the coaching staff. And Jerry Stackhouse.
Jay Stack.
Yeah.
Come on,
I like those guys.
I'm not gonna lie. I was definitely rooting for the Blazers in the series against you guys. What was it?
Western Conference Final?
Yeah, Western Conference Finals, maybe like 2018, 2017.
I think that was a sweep.
Yeah, it didn't. I don't think Portland won a game. But I think it's not that I was rooting against you. I think I was just rooting more for Dame.
Yeah, and of course, like I'm always going to root for Dame too, unless he's playing the Warriors. But yeah, he's from Oakland. Like
he's really from Oakland, though.
That must have been tough for him. But yeah, I mean, hey, I'm glad that the Warriors side of things looks good. I did not get to catch that media day. I was very tuned in. I was actually in a meeting on Zoom during Lakers media day, and I had the phone going off to the side with the closed captioning on, watching all the stuff being said from LeBron, AD. What I was more curious about on the Lakers side of things was number one, the true genuine health of Jared Vanderbilt, and I needed to see it from him but we made that video about how he could be good to go for game one.
Game one.
Yeah, Vando gets up to the podium.
How's he walking?
First off, he didn't look like he wanted to be there. Second off, he looked like he was off that stuff. So when asked about if he would be ready for, preseason and or the beginning of the season, he said that he and the medical team were sticking to a plan, basically disregarded the question and said that he was on a good regimen. Everything was going good for him and that they're sticking to the plan and they're very optimistic. What they're optimistic about, I don't know. I'm assuming just him getting healthy, but he kept alluding to basically saying, I'm excited to be healthy. I'm excited to be healthy. So no concrete timeline on that as of right now. Also, too, Christian Wood, who just had these surgeries a little bit ago, said that he's actually trying to ramp up in about 2 weeks. Then from there, get into game chain of another 2 weeks to be ready about it.
Have you DM'd Christian Wood yet? You have to be his number one fan. He'll probably come on, honestly.
That would be amazing for the Bay LA podcast. Our first actual NBA guest is Christian Wood. Bro, I've been out here singing your praises for months now, my boy. I need you next to AD going crazy. That would be fire. But yeah, apparently Christian Wood could be good in about a month. The other thing that was kind of interesting is D'Angelo Russell. I don't know how much you guys checked this out, but one thing that I noticed between all the players talking about Laker shit was JJ Redick and their new coaching staff and the attention to detail that the coaching staff is putting into place for these guys, and the amount of communication that is happening between the staff and the players. How excited they are. There's like a new buzz. Sure, it might be optimism from media day, but everyone seems to kind of be taking shots at Darvin because they were saying Darvin was never prepared and he was basing Lakers play off of pure talent. But everyone seems super excited about the JJ Redick staff, and I'm loving that. But D'Angelo Russell basically was saying that his number one thing he's trying to do this year is get better on defense. His told the press before, and it's been out there, that he's like, yeah, I know I'm not as good of a defender. I don't have as much athletic ability as other guards and whatnot, but he says that he has a stronger focus and a stronger being committed more to the defensive end, that he thinks that JJ and the rest of the coaching staff can trust him for end of game situations rather than, defense for offensive substitutions. So that's really all it is from my end. But what do you guys think about DLO this year, man?
That's huge, because if he can stay on the court in like those crunch time situations where you need that defense, because he's a really good offensive player. Like when he's hot, he can light it up. But yeah, his defense like really, that takes him off the court.
Yeah.
So if he can stay on the court, I think that helps you guys out immensely.
Let me ask you this, Brock. Is D'Lo underrated?
No.
No?
He's overrated.
You think D'Lo's overrated?
I'm going to call him a family dollar Lou Williams.
Family dollar Lou Williams.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, you got to go into detail.
I mean, he's 28 years old, bro. What has he done? Has he propelled anyone further? He's been in trades because people hope that he can live up to his potential. What's the best version of D'Lo? Brooklyn, right?
No, I would say so. All-star year D'Lo.
Yeah,
I think it depends on the talent that is surrounded around D'Lo. I think that the best version of D'Lo I've seen is last year's D'Lo for the Lakers.
And he dined on Nick Young in the locker room.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Don't forget it.
Yes. Yeah. And no one's forgetting that for sure.
Lou Will would never.
Yeah, but hear me out. You say, like, what has D'Lo done? I'm gonna just
go ahead.
My 2 cents. This is on the Lakers side of things.
Friend requested Christian Wood. What else?
Absolutely. Friend requesting D'Lo right here. By the way, D'Lo, I'm here letting you know, if you're watching this, that every single OG Laker fan that is in Lakerland that was not talking well about you, I've been letting them know that for the last 2 years, you've probably been the third best Laker. So last year, for sure, D'Lo was the third best Laker, and he had a career year in 3-point shooting. So what does that do for other people? He helped propel the Lakers into the playoffs.
At what seed?
It doesn't matter what the seed is. He's still there, right?
Okay.
We're still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
He's propelling you to the fucking play-in. I'm really proud of him.
Okay. No, I get that. I get what you're saying. But
this is a starting point guard in the NBA. This is a starting point guard in the NBA, and he's just like, I don't play defense. Here's my question to you: would you rather have Russell Westbrook like 5 years ago, or Russell Westbrook at 28, or D'Lo at 28?
I'm taking Russell Westbrook at 28.
Exactly, because even if he couldn't shoot, he's gonna give you everything all the time. Why? My question is, how is JJ gonna get it out of him? Why is this dude gonna listen to JJ Reddick?
Over Darvin Ham?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he is or he isn't. I'm just saying that I think that D'Lo is making it depends on the talent that's around him. I think that D'Lo, we all know that D'Lo has defensive deficiencies, right? So that's why Jared Vanderbilt is so clutch to be in Rui Hachimura's spot, because Vando is our defensive stopper, right? Like, if somebody goes around D'Lo, our second line of defense is right there with Vando, with AD, and with Bron, right? I understand that D'Lo is not a good defensive player, but he is an amazing player if you put the other right pieces around him. But yes, if it's at 28, I'm taking Russell Westbrook for sure, because he does lay everything out there. It's two different types of players.
I guess that's just my point, is why I can't follow for D'Lo.
Yeah, okay.
Because D'Lo has never. I mean, he's a number 2 overall pick. He's a starting point guard in the NBA.
Yes.
Like, show me something, my man. This is the team that drafted you. You went around the world. We're involved in like 2 trade pieces where the team was like, I mean, that's what the Warriors do. They like throw you away to get something better back. And it didn't work out with Wiseman, but like, whatever.
I mean, it worked out I guess you would say it worked out in the long run, because Casey, it was D'Lo essentially in the Wiggins trade, right? To bring him over for Minnesota.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. Casey, does that mean you're not sold on D'Lo as well for the Lakers?
He just got to play defense. Like, I think he's properly rated.
I wonder what is his 2K rating? Do we consider a proper rating a 2K rating?
I agree.
I can look that up.
If it's lower than 80, he's trash. Can we say that?
I'm gonna guess he's probably
there's
like
no
a
way.
solid
Like
80.
I'm saying he's like an 83, 84. No way DLO is lower than an 84.
You think?
I'd guess 86.
All right, hold on. Here we go. 81.
Oh,
81.
81.
What's Austin Reeves?
Austin Reeves 2K rating. Austin Reeves, I think he's also an 81. Yeah, Austin Reeves is 81.
It's legit. Got that 81 backcourt, baby.
I don't think Austin Reeves and DLO are 81s. I'm gonna say they're 85s, 86s. Is that just me looking at through as a Lakers fan?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'd say Austin Reeves is probably like D'Lo might be more of like a 79, and Reeves is
that hurts.
I'd say I'd call him a 79.
He's like a really good like 3-point shooter. Like you could probably cheese the 3-point shot, but everything else is like
he's a great driver too, and his assist game is very underrated.
And I'd say Austin Reeves is probably like an 82, maybe 83.
Poor man's Lou Will. Don't forget it.
I'd say 81 max for D'Lo.
Okay.
And I'm not a D'Lo hater.
Okay, that's fair. So I'm gonna let D'Lo prove it to you guys this year. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I'm keeping this here right now. Put it on wax. D'Lo. Actually, I can't put that on wax.
$18.6 million.
I don't see. Unfortunately, I love D'Lo. I really like him as a player. I really, really do. And maybe that's just me also wanting him to succeed because he was drafted by the Lakers. The story would be amazing. I've watched this kid grow. Just because of his contract, I just can't see a world where he stays because he's got free agency next year. He picked up his player option. So at this point, it's like there is, unless D'Lo plays out of his mind, I'm talking like a 24 point. He has to be like 22, 23 points per game.
Brother, he got to be a 50, 40, 90 to get re-signed.
50, 40, 90.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
He could.
LeBron James is 41 years old. His son's on the court. This is who you're leaning on.
I think D'Lo could go 50, 40, 90.
Help this man.
I think D'Lo could go 50, 40, 90. What was his free throw percentage last year? It had to be like
pretty good, probably
90, 88.
I do not.
I feel like I'm just over here overly gassing this guy. You know how you guys talk about like me becoming optimistic into the Warriors. Now I'm becoming pessimistic on D'Lo. You guys gotta stop.
No. D'Lo's gonna prove us wrong.
Yeah, he will. What's the free throw percentage? I know you're looking up stats, boss.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I couldn't even find it because the internet doesn't care about his whack ass free throws. However, I did find a blog of 100,000 people saying his NBA 2K rating should be 79, so that's good.
Stop it. You're ridiculous.
I don't know. I swear to God, I can't find it. He's 79 for his career.
Do you want his free throw percentage from this last season?
D'Angelo Russell in his career, he's a 79.2. Let's just give him 80.
Yeah, last season he shot 82.8, round that up, 83.
So, and he is at 45. So right now he's a 49, 41, 80 guy.
Yeah, let's bump it up and help out the fucking 41-year-old.
Just a little. All
right. I have a different question for you.
Drop it.
On the Lakers. Okay. So Dalton Connect, obviously a rookie.
Yeah.
Not the favorite rookie on the team, right?
Right.
There's somebody else with the same name.
Somebody else
as his dad.
Yeah.
Also white, Caucasian. Not the favorite white guy either.
Because he hasn't gotten a chance to prove himself yet. He could.
I mean, Austin Reeves was more lovable because you're like, look at this white guy out there, like
Farmer's Tan Reeves. You guys see Farmer's Tan?
But then when he got like checked by I can't remember, and he like bumped his chest out, like, you don't want to fuck with me. I'm from Oklahoma. I'll kill you. That whole thing.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, Austin Reeves, I fucked with that. So I want to see Dalton Connect find out what kind of rookie white guy am I, and they need him to ball immediately.
Well, yes. So today, JJ Redick after practice, and I definitely want to segue back into some Warrior stuff because I feel like I could go all day on this Laker shit. Like, so according to Daniel Starkin and Ryan Ward, just trying to cite the sources before I go into all of this. Johan Bua as well. Johan Bua. JJ Redick was talking about the first day of practice. Said that, and this is kind of scary, but he said that JHS was a standout today. Darvin Ham said that about JHS last year, and I was very disappointed by that because JHS had a terrible, terrible year. But essentially that JHS was a standout today, as well as Maxwell Lewis. We'd love to hear that. But as far as Dalton Connect getting into the rotation, JJ Redick said that he plans, we already talked about the starting lineup, but he plans to have a 9-man rotation. So he's basically throwing it out there already. He's like, read it like you can read me like a book. Basically, we already know the starters. He said Jared Vanderbilt when he's healthy. He said Max Christie. He said Jackson Hayes. And he said Cam Reddish. We didn't hear the name Dalton Connect, but he said he was like, I'm probably forgetting some people. Also, strangely enough, he forgot Christian Wood. So I don't know if that's just him, not being good with the media yet, or if that's him throwing it out there. But I think it remains to be seen whether or not Dalton Connect will actually get minutes. I think that his architect, though, with his defense, and he's a 3-level scorer, I do think that he needs to be in rotation. So circling back all the way, if we're going to play the white game, I think that Dalton Connect has the potential to be the best white rookie we've had since 2019.
New white guy.
Yes. Actually, 2017.
Are we just forgetting that Gabe Vincent exists? Is he gone?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's forgetting people, obviously. Gabe Vincent's there.
Fuck DLO. Give me more Gabe Vincent minutes.
Well, yeah. MGM. More Gabe minutes.
More Gabe.
MGM.
Vince. It sounds like the
MGM.
beginning.
MGVM? Or MGM.
Sounds
More Gabe
very...
minutes. I like that. I love that. MGM. Shout it out. MGM. No, I definitely think that Gabe should be in there, and it's not F DLO. I think that Gabe played 11 games last year. Gabe's 3-point percentage was the same as the amount of games that he played last year. 11. I got to see this guy back in action. Went to UCSB. He's a gaucho. I saw Gabe Vincent at UCSB when he was playing, when they went to the dance. I think he's a great player. We all know, Miami Gabe. I think that Gabe needs to be playing more minutes too, but it's all to be seen. I think that game 1 out in Palm Desert, I think that we're going to see 12 guys out there. I think that Bronny's going to play. I think Dalton's going to play, and I think that Jackson. I think all of them are going to play. They got to throw it all out. I also don't think that LeBron and AD are going to play at all. I think maybe they'll play like 1 or 2 preseason games. Maybe one game he plays 1 quarter. Maybe one game they play maybe the last game they play like a half, just to prep for the Timberwolves.
Just see what it looks like.
Yeah. Speaking of the Timberwolves, man. Speaking of the Timberwolves.
Do you want to get into that?
What a segue.
Oh, no.
Brock,
No.
This is your time, buddy.
Can we just talk about how bad the trade is on both sides?
I don't think it moves the needle, but go ahead.
I don't think any needle moves. I just like Karl Anthony Towns is not going to make it the entire year in New York City. Promise you. He will be requesting a trade by December because based off of Joel Embiid putting his body into this man immediately. Yeah, your computer is going to drop when you see it.
So, is this you saying that you think...
Bro, Embiid is sitting there like, oh, this is who they just put on me. I'm going to eat him for fucking barbecue chicken, the whole 9. It's over.
So you think that Julius Randle can handle Joel Embiid better than Karl Anthony Towns could?
I think you could handle Joel Embiid better than Karl Anthony Towns could.
Big Zesty.
Big Zesty's going to get zested the fuck out of.
That's such a crazy word.
Zesty? He is.
I was thinking about that a couple of days ago. That's the most diabolical way to just describe someone who might be. I mean, it's better than saying flamboyant, but like big zesty. Like, can you imagine if they tried to make that a thing?
That's not why I hate him. No, me and Casey were talking about this. Why is my 7-foot dude shooting more threes than my 2-guard? I don't need you shooting threes. Like, yeah, you're nice with it, but like, do it strategically. He just jacks that shit up whenever he feels like it. It's awful. It's awful.
Can you imagine this guy shooting the three? Yeah, I get that.
Just sitting there looking at it. Like, oh. Okay.
Damn.
Do you think Anthony Edwards asked for him to get traded?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna pass that.
Why did they do it?
I like that the Wolves got Dante. I'm a huge Dante DiVincenzo fan.
I am too.
But
I mean, it gives them like anger. Him and Naz Reid, I like that.
I like that. I don't like Gobert being their only big, unless like, because I don't know, like I don't know how the fit with Randall and the Wolves are going to be either. Like, to me, Randall's team is a bit more ball dominant, and Edwards is already a ball dominant guy. Like, I feel like that team's just like, give it to Edwards, let him cook.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just don't. I think I like the fit for either team.
Doesn't this feel like the exact Jazz team? It's just Anthony Edwards has replaced Donovan Mitchell.
Yes, I was actually.
It's a
thinking
little
about that.
upgrade. It's like, oh, okay, a younger, better Donovan Mitchell 2.0.
And I'm kind of worried. Like, is Anthony Edwards gonna be Donovan Mitchell in Utah?
Bingo. Stuck.
Say that again.
Is Anthony Edwards gonna be Donovan Mitchell in Utah? Like,
ooh, yeah.
That's
what I can't see Rudy doing anything significant. He's not hitting turnaround jumpers like he did against Denver.
Not every night.
Yeah. I mean, yes, Naz Reid all day, every day. Jay McDaniels, yes.
Yes.
Ant, yes. Now
Mike Conley.
This is the same exact Jazz team. Jaden McDaniels is just Royce O'Neal. It's just like a little bit better, and they're doing the same thing. And that Jazz team did nothing.
Do you think
nothing?
Does now? I guess Mike Conley's more of a pure point guard. I was gonna say, can Dante DiVincenzo step in and like play over Mike Conley? But he's a 2. So
that's what I'm saying. He'll be the big zesty of Minnesota with his red hair.
You know what? Is it crazy to think that both teams got worse?
Yeah.
Trade. I think they both got worse.
No,
because
it's not.
I think that Julius Randle.
Like, we didn't even mention Julius Randle.
Yeah. We're gonna say, Case? You there?
Yeah, I think the Wi-Fi is the signal's pretty rough right now, but we're back.
Okay, there he is. I feel like there's no way that either team got better in that trade. I feel like Julius Randle's play and personality is better for New York. I feel like he's a rough ride, a scrapper.
Bro, yes. I was on here 2 episodes saying that he would be Ankh Big Bro to the Power of Friendship. It would have been fine.
It would have been fine. Also, too, from what go ahead. Sorry.
He's a better like mold to like fit with them than Karl Anthony Towns. And you just kicked out their best friends for Big Zesty, and they're gonna look at him like, you're not one of our guys, dude.
Hear me out on this. Okay, what if the trade was instead of for Cat, it was for Naz Reid?
For Julius for Naz.
Wait,
you keep Dante.
No, Dante goes too.
No. The key is keep Dante.
I don't know.
Get Naz Reid.
I get that, but I'm saying if we're talking about physicality and what's probably better for the teams, I think New York wins the trade if Naz Reid goes and Dante and Julius. Like I think Naz Reid is just like a bruiser. He's a baller. He doesn't take shit. Like I think that Naz Reid fits.
Like that's what Dante was at the guard. Like,
and he was a knockdown shooter, man.
Yeah,
and he was the Warriors tree.
He's like the angry one. Like Josh Hart's like the I'm gonna do everything guy. Jalen's like the face, like Chris Paul-ish. He was like the I'm gonna stick up for you and be angry, like a small white redhead Draymond. It was like perfect for New York, and they just lost him. And also, that's gonna come back.
I don't know if you guys heard this. I mean, this is just something I'm kind of wishing for, and I don't know if it's going to work out. I'm assuming it probably won't. But supposedly, New York's not done making moves, and they are putting Mitchell Robinson on the trade block, which I don't know if I necessarily believe that, because I feel like they want Cat to play the 4 more than they want him to play the 5.
I agree.
And I don't know who you don't have another big guy, and if Cat goes, I mean, yes, he outplayed Jokic in the semis. I'm a firm believer in that, but I don't think that happens all the time. Have you seen Jokic's goatee this year? He's not taking shit this year.
Yeah, he's ready for business.
He's ready for business. That goatee is. Speaking of which, have you seen Brock's goatee today?
Dude,
Insane.
Looks good.
Dude, thanks.
You get a haircut?
Nah, I'm just out here looking. I'm just looking saucy. I would trade Mitchell Robinson to replace Dante. And there's a man down in New Orleans named Herb Jones who's just kind of sitting there, and I would go get him. And New Orleans needs a big to protect Zion, and it's perfect.
What's going on? Where's Steven Adams at?
Houston.
Yeah. Steven Adams, man. He just
why do you trade for a center and you need another center to protect? Do you see what I'm saying? New York is already not fucking with this. Did you see the guy immediately respond to Cat's tweet? Like Cat tweeted ... as soon as he got traded, and some dude insta responded, "Don't bring that soft shit to New York." Just drop of the hat, and I'm just like, it's not gonna work. Just sometimes it doesn't work, bro. Like,
I think with New York trading Randall, I think they're expecting a lot out of OG Anunoby this season.
Yeah, OG's a great player when he's healthy.
He is, exactly, when he's healthy.
But that's the thing. Mitchell Robinson too is a fantastic center, specifically for offensive rebounds when he's healthy. Mitchell Robinson played like 32 games last year.
And he just had surgery or something. Like, he's hurt again. Like, it's...
Yeah, they're saying he might be back like November.
December.
Yeah, December, yeah. Centers are so hard to come by.
NBA is crazy. But also, coming from a Warriors fan perspective, it's like we hear the whole thing, like, trades are hard to make in the NBA. But then you see a trade like that happen, and it's like...
Yeah, it took him a couple of days, though, to finalize it, apparently, because who was the other team that got involved? It was Charlotte.
The Hornets, yeah.
But it took like 3 or 4 days for it to finally happen, because they had to find the third team because of this whole April.
I love that it's always the Hornets.
Yes, the Hornets or the Jazz.
Just bring them in, dude. Yeah, they don't care about their team.
The middleman.
Yeah.
Give us some money and give us a second-round pick, and we got you, buddy.
Some random player.
I'm going to say both teams got worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
In like the stupidest trade ever.
And why is it that some teams just like, for instance, Philadelphia, right? Not only do they have Joel Embiid, but they have Andre Drummond. Like, that's 2 massive bodies.
It's a lot of rebounds.
Paul George is getting zesty.
What, you think Philadelphia can take Boston?
Yeah, man. I think Boston's in peril. I know the sideline of the show is fuck Boston, but I think they're in peril.
I have a hard time seeing anybody take down Boston. I think Philly is built to do it, especially with the addition of Paul George. Tyrese Maxey is a great player. Joel Embiid is an all-star. And they're pretty stacked, like, up and down the roster. I think if a team is built to do it, it's probably Philly. I liked New York until this weekend.
I agree. I feel like when New York was playing in the playoffs, the whole world wanted them to win.
But maybe Cat proves us wrong, like how DLO's going to prove us wrong too. And maybe that's just, they light it up, and Cat was the missing piece. So I guess we got to wait and see. But from from a fan perspective, I was really excited to see all those Villanova guys play together. Like, that's just such a cool story.
Oh, yeah, I know. We all wanted the power of friendship.
And we never got to see it unfold, which is...
They didn't even get to see it. Also, I believe they signed the dude who dunked on LeBron in the Olympics, if that's for anything.
Yeah, they did. The French dude.
Yeah,
he was having a great game, that gold medal game.
I mean, he's the only
Burn the tape.
Right, yeah, burn the tape, never happened. But they got a whole squad of old heads who need a ring. Reggie Jackson and Robert Covington and Kelly Oubre, Tyrese,
They are.
Eric
Reggie
Gordon,
Jackson's
Caleb Martin.
Oh my God.
They got a whole deep. They're gonna run like 10.
You know what team I also really, really liked? What was the team that what was the Rockets team that pushed you guys to 7, Casey?
I think that was Chris Paul, Harden.
When Chris Paul pulled his hamstring, game 6.
Yeah, PJ Tucker.
They shot like the worst three-point percentage of like an NBA game in history.
That was crazy to watch in real time.
Who's the guy from the Lakers Kobe days who went 0 for 12? Shit.
Oh, and they always pull up that stat like they were combined like I don't know X amount of points, but it was like Kobe had all the points.
No. He was on the Rockets. Oh my God, I see his face. He's kind of an asshole. I can't remember.
Only 0 for I can think of these days is everyone talking about the Clay elimination game, and that meme is so old.
That never happened.
That never happened. LeBron never got dunked on either.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
This guy Brock doing the real research right now.
Dude, I was trying to, man.
Oh, I like new head coach, by the way.
They missed 27 straight threes.
The Rockets did?
Yeah, that game.
It was crazy.
I could do that.
Mike D'Antoni probably
I could do that.
Bashed his head against the wall for like an hour after that game.
20.
I probably would too.
27 of them.
They missed 37 in total, 27 in a row. You know how fucking bad that is?
Was that game 6 or was that game 7?
That was 7.
That's insane. And was it in Houston? Or was it at Warriors?
No, it's in Houston.
That's crazy. You work all that time to get that seeding to beat those Warriors, and you still
but they like can we talk about the Kardashian curse that Chris Paul ruined his life?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really following him. So maybe Wembanyama should be worried.
Wembanyama better stay away from
Wembanyama.
He better stay away. Also, Roman, by the way, your Spurs, Wemby standing next to CP did look scary. It looked a little scary.
I know.
I love that photo.
That is a great photo.
That's gonna be an all-timer.
I got one more little question for you. Another, what's more likely to happen before we call this thing quits? What's more likely to happen? Is Dalton Connect more likely to go for a 15-point game or for Bronny James to throw the lob to LeBron?
Ooh.
What's more likely to happen?
I think both those things are very likely to happen.
Are we talking like game 1?
We're talking like in the first 3 weeks.
It's you can already see the slow Nike commercial montage, like him holding him as a baby and like him coming to his game. And if he just throws it like crisp, like woo,
yeah.
And then or does LeBron throw it to him?
Ooh. I was thinking that too.
I didn't even think of that. I was
Bronny could get up.
Can he do it?
What's more memorable? Is it Bronny throwing it to LeBron or Bron throwing it to Bronny?
I think Bron throwing it to Bronny.
That'd be so fire. I can't lie. That'd be
so cool.
Like a real passing of the torch.
I'm not a dad, but I feel like my heart would explode if I was an NBA player and I threw my kid an oop in an NBA game and he hit that shit
on Dylan Brooks, and then you get
then you get thrown out the game.
Yeah, LeBron is just hitting like a suck it over him. That's where
he hits it with the Dylan Brooks dance.
Dude, they play Not Like Us. It's a whole thing. Fuck Canada. Yeah, I'm here for it. I need that whole Nike Kendrick Lamar 616 in LA, which is an abbreviation for Louisiana. But we could talk about that later.
That's a whole nother time.
Speaking
of Drake references, did you see that Drake unfollowed LeBron?
Is that real news?
Yeah, that's real news.
Wow.
That's not fake news. That's straight from Shams, bro.
I mean,
Shams.
Don't let the Diddy tapes come out.
Oh boy. Hey man, we're trying to get our NBA media sponsorship. Come on.
Oh, sorry. I was talking about Drake.
Yeah. By the way, NBA, you can see that we are a real podcast. We applied for some media credentials so we can actually cover things correctly and not have to cite people that we just read on Twitter. So NBA, we're good guys. We're here for you.
We're chill.
Oh, I see. Look at the little thumb up there.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Yeah. Can I do more moody minutes?
I need that Clay broken pinky.
Yeah. How many rings? 4? 4 rings? All right. Well, I think I should about do it, man. I think we got more practices coming up later this week. Lakers preseason game 1 is this Friday. We play the Timberwolves. I don't think that I doubt LeBron or AD are going to play, but I'm considering going. I'm running a marathon this weekend. I got to be in Long Beach on Saturday, but I'm thinking about going out to Palm Desert.
This season's about to be a marathon.
On God and damn.
Sorry, I have nothing to cheer for now that the power of friendship is over. So
you can cheer for the Lakers or the Warriors, my friend.
Probably the Warriors. I want to see Steph go for 600 threes, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Got to beat the Draymond prop we got going on.
I'm cheering for both Steph 600 threes and Draymond more suspensions in 2016.
I want that loop the loop.
Yeah, the James, the Bronny to Bond.
Dude, I need Mike Breen on that call. Like he's got something ready. He's
Mike Breen or Kevin Harlan would be great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's more Breen. I don't know.
Throw your son the keys because he's ready to drive. It's gonna be some. Yeah, exactly.
Let him cook.
I need a father-son reference while playing basketball at the same. Give me something. Give me fucking Ian Eagle. I don't care. Give me anyone.
It's pretty incredible that we'll be able to witness like a father and son playing together in basketball. We've seen it in baseball with Ken Griffey and Ken Griffey Jr., but like it's such a rare and a really wholesome thing. So I'm glad we're able to see it.
What if it was like? I'm trying to think. Like Brock, you've got me thinking about this.
Now you're thinking about it. We'll come here next pod. We'll come with our
best Mike Breen.
Yeah.
Mike Breen, Kevin Harlan sayings for James Jr. this year.
I don't know if I'm gonna throw him the keys because he's ready to drive.
That might be top 1.
And you know they sit there and just think about this so hard
all day.
Off the dome.
Playing real life 2K with his my player.
You see, Savannah was already playing with him.
Yeah, I mean that's the only reason I even came up.
That was pretty cool,
dude. I like it.
All right, well we'll come back. We'll put a pin on that,
dude.
But yeah, I think that's good for today, guys. Episode 5, we got through 52 minutes.
Roman,
miss you, Roman.
We miss you, buddy. We'll see you next episode. Anybody that's still here on the YouTube side of things, make sure to like and subscribe. Follow us here on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you watch your videos, we'll be there. Until next time, guys, take care and more Moody Minutes.
More Moody Minutes. Let's see it.
I don't know what to do.